come on in.
Good afternoon, Pat. How you doing?
Good. Pat Jones.
Morgan Foulks. Nice to meet you.
Morgan FC.
Thank you. Shoot, doors closed. So I actually got referred to you by James Gordon.
Okay.
A mutual friend.
Yeah,
Tell me a
good
little bit
friend.
about y'all's relationship.
Just old friends. Started, I guess, more on the business side, turned into a personal friendship. But
Okay.
good guy. Good
How long
guy.
y'all know each other?
Oh, geez, probably 30 years.
Oh, he
30
had
years.
great things to say about you.
Yeah, all good.
No
good.
negatives, no
He's
negatives.
He's a solid guy.
So is the 15 minutes that we spoke about on the phone, is that still all right?
Yeah, 15 minutes is perfect.
I don't want to take anything away from your day. I know you're busy guy.
And I got 50 minutes blocked out, so it's all yours.
That's great. All right, so I just want to set an agenda for today.
Okay.
I want to do just kind of figure out some of your needs and maybe some issues you're having around the office, things of that nature.
Okay.
And then maybe I can give you a brief introduction of some of the services that we can offer you, and we'll see if maybe it lines up with what you need.
Okay.
That sound good?
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. So what is your current system that you're using, printing, faxing, scanning, things of that nature?
Yeah, I'd rather not get into the current supplier that we use or pricing. Just like if we were going to do business together, I wouldn't want to be sharing a lot of
Okay.
that information. But
Understand.
they do, I would say overall they do a pretty darn good job for
They do a
us.
good job.
Good job for us. And we've had some challenges of late, but overall pretty
Okay.
solid. So
If you don't mind me asking, what kind of challenges? You don't have to give me the name.
Well, I think as the
Curious.
the printers have aged, we've had more breakdowns. So with when you're dealing with a lot of lawyers and billable hours, the
Yeah.
last thing you want is to slow that whole thing down.
Of course.
I think we've done a lot of reading, and it sounds like there's some technology out there that maybe a little bit more efficient, maybe a little bit more eco-friendly, maybe be a little more cost-effective. So as we kind of evaluate our next generation of this type of equipment and networks, we just want to kind of see what's out there.
Okay. So when you say breakdowns, what do you mean by that? Just jams, things of that nature, it's just not working?
Yeah, there. I guess I'm maybe right or wrong. I'm blaming it on maybe the age and maybe the life, but we just can't have the breakdowns, and we have to have maintenance in place that we can get these things back up and running very, very quickly if we do have some downtime.
Okay. Now, are you responsible for fixing those machines when they go down?
Well,
Or
right
do
now
you have a support staff?
from the buying decisions, I'm the decision maker. Make all the decisions
Okay.
around the buying. I have a few people in the department that can do some troubleshooting. So it almost needs to be a blend of just that it has to be easy to use.
Yeah.
Can't be spending a lot of my time trying to help somebody scan something or print a document.
Yeah.
Security is becoming a much bigger issue.
Okay. Okay. Do you mind if I take notes just so we
Absolutely,
can run over a couple
absolutely.
things later? Maybe when I get home I can look over a couple
Okay.
things. So you said ease of use is a big thing. And then you said security.
Security.
So,
And then probably also just the ability to just solve problems remotely.
Okay.
If I'm if I'm not in the office, or we've got somebody on vacation and something goes down, it's just not practical for us to be running back to the office trying to get this stuff
Yeah.
out. So we've got to be able to dial in remotely, get this stuff resolved, and maybe that's where some of the security issues may come from. So.
Oh yeah, I understand that. So how many locations do you currently have?
Yeah, we have two locations. We've got the facility here with 40 lawyers and staff, and then we've got a location over in Summit with another 20, and probably will double the size of that and number of people in not so distant future.
So you need a little technology. It's going to be
Technology,
more reliable.
yep.
Because instead of 20 people, it's going to be
More
40,
technology,
40
and
people
able
calling.
to talk to each other, to be able to talk remotely,
Yeah.
that type of thing.
Now, can you print from your Summit location to this location?
I believe right now we don't.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure if the technology will allow you to do that, but right now we don't. But maybe something we'd like to look at.
Is something you'd be interested in? You
Yeah,
think?
I think potentially.
Okay, yeah, I think that'd make a lot of lives easier.
Yeah, the big challenge I think is more around the whole security. We had a security breach. Hacker got in. Cost
Wow.
us $25,000 to get it cleaned up, and that's the kind of thing that gets a guy to be fired.
Yeah.
So can't have two more of those episodes. So
yeah, totally
wrapping
understand.
wrapping some security around whatever we do.
Yeah.
Whether regardless of the device or the the equipment, it needs to be secure and extremely important.
Of course,
to us.
dealing with legal documents, things of that nature. I mean, there's so many laws that put in place. and
Exactly.
You got to cover. You got to cover yours. What did you do after the security breach to kind of prevent future breaches?
I called you.
You called me?
No, I just we've been working with our current provider, and they have technology, but it probably cracked the door open a little bit to see kind of what else is out there, because that's just something we can't have. We can't have happen for obvious reasons.
Okay, and ease of use. What do you tell me a little bit more about that? Just is it as simple as I hear it, or is there something that specifically you're thinking about when you say ease of use?
Well, just anything from being able to scan a document. We scan. I've got some numbers here for you. We scan 7,500 to 10,000 documents per month.
Wow.
We've got to be able to do that very, very quickly. And if somebody can't figure out the equipment or the device, it becomes a problem. So we've got to train today 60, soon to be 80 people. And just that's got to be fast. Wow. We print 20,000 to 30,000 pages, per month. So somebody can't have to go through a day of training to figure out how to print, print copies. We have translation needs, even though we're based in 2 locations and we do business all over the world. So it has to be easy, for us to be able to translate it into different languages.
Makes it easier to kind of diverse your clientele, right? That's one way you can especially, expand your company.
Right.
And it sounds like you are in the business of trying to expand a little bit,
yes,
especially taking on new employees.
We are definitely in a growth mode.
Yeah. So. Okay. Well, I don't want to sell you on anything today. I just want to maybe provide some solutions to some of the issues you have, and maybe we can set up a meeting later. We can talk about it. But I want to give you a brief introduction of the Xerox system that CDS is willing to maybe provide for you in the future, and maybe see if some of these attributes that the printer has can fit your needs. Would you be interested in hearing?
Yeah, I've not really heard of your company before, so maybe just help me.
We're Complete Document Solutions. We're basically the distributor for Xerox. And basically we are.
Xerox I'm okay with, but the CDC it's a distributor. It's a
correct. So it's basically we're just kind of aiding them, I guess, and getting the printers out there, selling the printers, things of that nature. We also offer a technical support where we can help solve issues if you can't solve them with the new printers and systems. Xerox also offers out that service, but we'll also offer it. It just kind of comes with it. So 3 of the things that you mentioned: the ease of use, the security, and the solve issues remotely. This is probably your top 3, you'd say? Okay. So that actually fits right into our system, and I feel like it could be a lot of benefit to you. One thing, like you said, is the ease of use. I'll ask you a question. What kind of phone do you have, by chance?
I got a flip phone.
You got a flip phone?
Flip phone, yeah.
Okay. So maybe not extremely technological.
I'm just kidding. I have an Apple phone.
You have an Apple phone. Okay. So pretty easy to use, correct? Okay. So ease of use, one thing we pride ourselves on is the touchscreen system we have. It works. It's not Apple by any stretch of the imagination, but it works almost as simple as Apple. It's applications on there, it's clear writing, easy to see, easy to get done what you need to get done.
Now, just the whole security around smartphones and their lack of security, and maybe some of the things that you read, just kind of very concerning from with hackers and just from a security issue, I guess. So just help me get comfortable that.
So the security, that's one thing we pride ourselves on. And we are one of the only companies in the nation that we are actually paired with McAfee. Are you familiar with McAfee by chance?
Okay.
So McAfee is the world's largest internet security provider.
Okay.
And they will provide you with firewalls and just a lot of technological stuff that I don't understand and you probably won't understand as much. And it's just know your stuff's going to be safe with them. And I mean, if they're the nation's #1 security, I think a lot of people trust them and they really stand behind what they do.
Okay. So if we were to have a security breach, do you insure that, or does that come out of my pocket, or how can I get comfortable with that?
So that'll be something that we can discuss. Maybe if you and I go into a partnership or contract, that'll be something we can.
Okay, it's definitely probably something we want to.
Yeah, we can talk about that in the future.
Okay.
As of right now, I can't really give you a clear, concise answer on that. But maybe in the future we can discuss that and work that into our partnership in the future.
Okay.
So ease of use or security. Another thing that we really offer that a lot of other companies don't is if you were to print from. Say you're just in your office and you want to print something down the hall, and maybe some random person walks in, whatever happens. There's an app for the printer, and basically you will have a specific username and a specific password that's only available to you.
Okay.
So you send the document out. It's as easy as sending an email, which I know we all do, hundreds, probably more than we'd like to, but it's as easy as sending an email, and it will stay in the cloud until you put your own personal information into the small tablet that's located on top of the printer. You put that information in, and then it will allow you to print whatever documents you have waiting for you in the cloud.
Okay, good.
So, and then one of the last issues we talked about was the solving issues remotely, correct?
Yep.
So solving issues remotely, that's one thing I think is going to benefit you a lot is, and I know between two locations and having to deal with the traffic in Jersey, it can be hectic.
Absolutely.
I'm from Atlanta, so I know exactly how traffic is. But the solving issues remotely, that's something that is really going to end up helping you out. It's going to save you a lot of time, going to save you a lot of money in gas, and time is money. We all know that. So you can solve issues through your phone. There's an app for the printer, and basically it'll walk you through it, help you troubleshoot things on your own. And if there's just out a shadow of doubt, there's nothing you can do, then we have a technical support system set up that you can call 24/7, and we can help you out.
Okay, so initially, we can troubleshoot on our own remotely.
Correct.
And then if we're unable to solve the problem, there's a technical support line,
Correct.
7 days a week, 24 hours a day, that
sir.
you can remotely get into the equipment.
Yes, sir.
And do some fixes or just general maintenance.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. So if there's something you just can't crack the code, you can give us a call, give our technical support line a call, and we'll help you walk.
What if technical support can't fix it remotely? What happens?
If they can't fix it remotely, we can speak with Xerox, and we'll handle that. We can speak with Xerox because Xerox also offers a technical support, and I mean it's their product, so maybe they'll know something about that we don't, but we can also contact them. And if they don't do it, then we'll show up at your office and we'll take care of it ourselves. We won't worry about the remote problem.
Okay, so that sounds like a lot of downtime. So how fast does all that happen?
Well, if we go into a partnership together, I will make sure it happens quickly. And I know that's kind of a cookie cutter answer that a lot of people will say to you, but I do mean that. I'm a reliable person, and I'll be there without a shadow of a doubt as soon as you need me.
Okay.
I try to instill that with all my clients. That's something I really pride myself on, is just being a reliable person, which unfortunately I don't see a lot in today's times.
Okay.
But that's something, if there is an issue that's big and you're going to be on that downtime, which we don't want you to be because time is money, then we'll help you get through that.
Okay, that's going to be important because I think we're pretty comfortable with the current equipment. We understand how to do the troubleshooting and do the maintenance. And, just concerned if we lose a little control of that and how fast that can happen.
Yeah.
So I need to get me more comfortable, I guess, with that part of it. So.
Okay. Well, I would say it happens more times than none that you can't fix it. So most of the time, I would say you can usually, with the app, the Easy app, you can usually troubleshoot on your own. I've seen more cases where people can fix it from their phone than I've seen that can't fix it from their phone. Okay. So it's a very reliable app, and like I said, if it doesn't work, if you cannot troubleshoot it through that, then we'll make sure we'll figure out a way to get it fixed for you as quickly as possible. So those are just three of the issues, and that's just a brief introduction of our system. Now I would like to maybe possibly set up a meeting next week, and I can go more in depth about we can go into price, we can go into maybe a couple more attributes of our system that you didn't mention, but I feel like you're going to realize there actually would be an asset to your company.
Okay. Well, speaking of price, it sounds like there's a lot of good technology, a lot of new stuff, but it sounds pretty expensive. So, is there? Do you have a sense of you could potentially do this more cost effectively than we do today? Do you have some experience replacing systems? I understand you don't know exactly what we have today, but
I mean, I don't have like you said, I don't really have exact understanding of what you have, but I feel like with our system, it's a very reliable system. That the time you're going to save by not having to fix it and being able to fix it from your phone, you're going to be able to spend more time, or maybe not you specifically, but maybe the lawyers, attorneys, things, they're going to be able to spend more of their time doing what they need to be doing to make more money for your company.
All right. Well, I think you have a pretty good understanding of maybe some of the open items that we have and some things we'd like some more information on. So, Leah, I look forward to setting up another meeting with you.
Okay. So would you like me to, maybe you and I can set up a meeting, or would you like me to talk to your secretary?
Just talk to the secretary. She has my calendar, and then if there's some folks that you need to bring in to help provide some support for you, certainly I'm open. But let's make sure the next one we get the right people in the room that we can kind of get into some of these questions in a little more detail, and we'll just handle it that way.
We'll do. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for your time today, Pat.
All right.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
Nice meeting you. Nice meeting you. Have a good rest of the day.
Thank you. You also.
Thank you.